The teachers is they need to be arranged in a certain order. So if there are any students in grade 1, 2 and 3, can you please come this side to meet with your teacher. And then we would like adults, if you can just accommodate those 5 classes that are going to be seated here. So grade 1s, 2s and 3s, if you
فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا الشمس كورت وإذا النجوم انكدرت وإذا الجبال سيرت وإذا العشار عطلت وإذا الوحوش حشرت وإذا البحار سجرت وإذا النفوس زوجت وإذا الموءودة سئلت بأي ذنب قتلت وإذا الصحف نشرت وإذا السماء كشطت وإذا الجحيم سعرت وإذا الجنة أزلفت علمت نفس ما أحضرت فلا أقسم بالخنس الجوار الكنس والليل إذا عسعس والصبح إذا تنفس إنه لقول رسول كريم ذي قوة إن للعرش مكين
As big as it is, our grade 8 learners, grade 8 and grade 9 learners felt it was almost imperative of them to establish an MSA, a Muslim Students Association. And the key to that would be they come from different schools, and as they come from different schools, they can actually go back to their schools and then establish MSAs at their school. This is not a thing driven by the teachers, it is driven by students. And so I'll now call on Azra Basir to inform us of the activities of the MSA.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Parents, teachers and students of the famous Madrasah. I would just like to say a few words about the MSA that we have recently started. The reason we have started this is because we felt the need to help the people less fortunate than ourselves and to improve the facilities and resources at our Madrasah to better the learning of the students. Our projects include the Immersive Christmas Project and the Clean Toilet Project. You can read more of about these projects in the monthly newsletter that we give to the students. It looks like this, if you can see. The newsletter also includes important dates, and for the students' entertainment, we have also started profiling the students. We aim to get the students and peers as involved in the Madrasah as possible, and we'd appreciate it if you'd support us by contacting us, and all our contact details are on the side. And yeah, shukran.
Shukran, Azra. She speaks on behalf of a group of learners who's very active in trying to get the MSA off the ground at our madrasa. And we are very fortunate because they actually use their parents as resources. And I know that Azra actually badgered her parents, her mom and her dad, to print almost 500 flyers of the newsletters that were printed. So shukran to the parents involved as well. I think these are important things, especially for us in high schools, to let these children nurture the talents that they have and become as independent in their thinking as they are. Teachers and to identify learners, and this year we identified 22 learners to sit for the external FIPS exams. And I can assure you it is a very tough task of them to do that. We asked a sheikh not associated with a mosque or with a madrasa to actually test these learners. And this year we had Sheikh Mirajuddin Abrams coming from Salt River to test our learners. He puts them through a vigorous process, and then thereafterwards he signs a certificate to do the following memorization. So I'm going to call on Sheikh Jihad, or Papa Jihad as he prefers to be called nowadays, to come up and hand out the certificates. First of all to Tashreeq Islami, who's memorized surahs Mazin Jepi. He's memorized Surah Yasin and Surah 67 and 69. Mujahid Osman, Surah Yasin, Surah 67 and 69. Shakira Sali, Surah Yasin, as well as 67 and 69. Nadia Samai, Surah Yasin, as well as Surah 67 and 69. Now we all know it is quite good of us, especially for our grandchildren, if you are a grandparent sitting here, for our children to be able to memorize Surah Yasin. Because for obvious reasons, if you are sick, it is always good to have your own grandchildren reciting Surah Yasin. And these learners can now do it through their own memory. And we don't attest to it. As I said, we get an external check to do the testing for us. Ayah Juz Allah, which is the 30th chapter of the Quran. Khalika Adonis, Tajuddin Badruddin, Azra Basir, Ubaydur Rahman Basir, Rayan Bosch, Uwais Gul, Wajida Gul, Amara Isaacs, Azhar Khan. The last three learners have done the half of the first juz, Rida Javits, and Muhammad Aqib Kanamaya, and Ilham Shunara has done the half of grade 6B, Mu'alima Adila Sheikh, Fatima
On top.
and Muhammad Shakil Sali. Sheikh Fatima Abrams, Iman Basir, Ismail Olsen, and Muhammad Shakil Sali. And the last group is grade 7A, Maika Group.
In the room.
Mu'alima Maika Drummond, Amir Diani, Daniel Davids, Ibtisam Hendricks, Iman Isaacs, because we had the resources of Sheikh Mukhtar at our madrasa, and he's a renowned tafsir scholar. We then molded him into the program, and I can assure you once he started his program, the adults actually wanted that component to be instituted into the teacher training as well. So I'll call on teacher Fajwa, and the following students completed all 8 Quran reading modules. Just repeat their names: Shamila Adams, Nurunisa Ali, Shamila Khaider, Munira Karim, Razan Karim, Ruwaida Mateen. Said the following modules: Insaf Baradi, she did the Quran reading and psychology. Ruqayya Majid did the Quran reading and psychology. Wasima Kipping did the Quran reading and the Arabic. And Shaida Martin did the Quran reading and the Arabic.
A big shukra to Shakib for coming up with this initiative. To our teachers, wonderful teachers, Fadra, Nadine, Jim Mukhtar, and Fakir. You people have installed in us this hunger for more knowledge. We want to learn.
To go with these 8 modules. So inshallah, may Allah lighten our minds, as we normally say, and give us, inspire us. And especially Fahmi is the person who actually goes down and sit and write these things down. We will, for the next year, do all the translations that Sheikh Mukhtar has done. Maybe I can be as, maybe I'll just say it. Part of the program at our Madrasah, and what Fahmi and Sheikh Mukhtar did with our grade 12, which is a part-time Madrasah. They've now developed material which will go into printing, which will be used by the Islamic school. And I can confidently stand here and say that I've contacted Al-Azhar and Sheikh Mr. Christian and others are excited as we are, because they probably, so very soon we will be publishing a grade 12 Arabic supplement of the tafsir to go with it. Besides that, as I said, we will also now print an Arabic lesson that complements the 8 modules. It's an enormous task, but I think we have for the church spoken about it last week very intensely, and so far his next task over this coming year would be to develop Arabic regions.
You can dance on this, it's a video, you can dance.
It's intense, I have to say this, it's an extreme challenge.
Are we making money here?
Ultimately, it's our learners, our children, our community that will benefit from that. We've now come to 11 and normally we end at 11 o'clock. And on cue, we have now come to the end of our graduation. And I just need to do the vote of thanks. And please remind parents, I know it's quite late in the year, we've been telephoning people and we've been soliciting people. Other parents have come on board to assist us. It is imperative that you carry your school fees. Without school fees, unfortunately,
There's hairstyle in the school.
the culture, because normally Fahmi and everyone tell me, Shafiq, you spoke about everything, you spoke about the challenges that we overcome. You speak to the fact that if you go to McDonald's and buy your child a junior meal, which is 35 Rand, we charge 35 Rand per week, and we give your child all these things that you've just heard from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. And we equip your child a lifelong learning process. We equip him with Islamic education. So I feel some of the parents sitting here know of people who haven't paid. Please encourage those parents who are not here. They are very keen to bring their children to Saturday madrasas, but if we have outings, next year we're planning June the 16th is on a Saturday. Last 3 years ago we took our children to Kramat, which is out in Fori, because they don't know their history. We ended up with 7 buses going to Kramat. So next year, June the 16th, inshallah, we'll do exactly the same. We've actually lined up Mr. Rauda, who's an expert on Malaysian and Indonesian history. He's just visited Indonesia and Malaysia. He's actually going to be our guest speaker in Kramat, and we'll have all the facilities for parents as well. So please, parents, as a fundraiser, we encourage you to now already budget for, we'll give you a packed lunch as well. We'll obviously charge you for it, but we'll give you a packed lunch, because sometimes if we just invite people, someone comes with a spit braai and others come with cheese and a cheese sandwich. So just to equate all that, actually sell a pre-pack together with your ticket. And it's actually a need because parents also make sure please support us. Shamil Basir, a parent who's just come on board and said, Shafiq, I need to assist you because we can see you running around on Saturday. There's 3-4 people, Fakhri's now full-time in a class and doing full-time research and writing up all the things that we speak about. So essentially, it's just Ridwan and myself and Ridwan Razak, who can't actually be here this morning as well because of work commitments. Shamil came on board, offered these services, and he's actually offered to run this project for us. So June the 16th, project to the Kramat, we'll have again buses as per need. So we encourage people to speak to Shamil if they need and if they want to assist us. So Butamaili went 5 years later, and then so he's well.
Shafiq, I must say, many of you don't know that I come from, my ancestors are Indian, but not red Indian. So all the feathers that he's put into my cap is well appreciated, alhamdulillah. Shukran, Shafiq. Before I'm going to do the closing dua, I first would like to congratulate everybody that has been successful in their mission. I know it was an arduous year. It was very, very heavy for many students with everything that has happened. But alhamdulillah, congratulations to you that have made the grade. Those of you who haven't, do not despair. All you need to do is you must just put much effort into it, and inshallah you will make the grade. I think it is also appropriate at this moment. We have had some people that have been on pilgrimage. We will make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must grant them the Hajj Mabrur and the Hajj Maqbool.
Inshallah.
We have also had families within this madrasa that have passed on. Some of our very seniors will also make dua that Allah must grant them a high place in Jannah, inshallah. Other than that, there are also people within the madrasa that are not so well. We'll also make dua that Allah must grant them shifa, inshallah.
Amen.
Yeah, I think we need to remind also, especially our youth, that are licensed to be on the road. Please be very, very careful. In fact, I was yesterday privy to a khutbah where this was one of the main objectives of the khutbah, is to warn our youngsters, especially in this time. Do not race. If you want to race, go to Kilani, you can join. And if you want to pop a wheelie, go to these places. But don't pop a wheelie on our roads, because there's something like the haq of the road.
Nazri, your husband collected your report, eh?